Hello, hello, hello. What's up, fellas? What's up, ladies? What's going on, beautiful people of the United States of America and around the world? It's Bitcoin Calvin here. I'm just going to be doing an updated price action analysis of Bitcoin right now, guys. It is trading right now between, it is trading right now at 31,800. Okay, I did do a video a couple days ago on my analysis. Okay, so we're still looking at the same chart. We're on the 4-hour time frame, guys. As you can see, my charts, my chart is marked up. Okay, so this is my analysis. If you guys, maybe has a different analysis, or think it's going somewhere different, definitely let me know. Okay. Basically, guys, I see Bitcoin right now as moving very bearish. Okay, we are not at 65,000 anymore. Okay, we are at obviously closer to 30,000. Okay, even though there are spikes and there are places where prices retraces, it could retrace back up to 35 or even back up to 34, right? And we see it go even back up to close to 33, right? Now we're seeing it hit 31. We're probably going to see it go back up to maybe 32.5, 33, maybe even touch 34. It could be possible, guys. It could be possible that the candlestick that we see now, the price action that we see now, the way Bitcoin moving, the way Bitcoin is moving as we see now, it could hit, right? It could hit this threshold right here. It could hit up to 34. It could hit between 34 and 33,000, right? But it will hit somewhere, right? It will hit somewhere, you know. Once it does hit, right, which I believe personally, I think it's going to hit. It may hit 32,000, maybe 33,000 before actually reversing and continuing with its trend of a bearish trend moving downward, right? And many people don't understand. Maybe many people think that, hey, and this chart and even this short position that I drew was, I think, about 24, 48 hours ago, right? So the way the price action of Bitcoin is moving, right, as we see, it's confirming my bias, right? So you know, we've seen price go, even basically, from the 12th, right, from the 11th, 12th, beginning of this week, right, from 34, 35,000, right, 34,000, now it's dropped all the way down to 31,000, right, or it hits 31, right? What happens once it hits 31.8, right? It goes in this area. It retraces. It comes back. It hits the 50 EMA, right? Hitting the resistance, previous, we can say support level. Now it's making a new resistance level, hitting previous support. Now we see it drop down even further a little bit, right? So now it's creating an even lower support, right? And then we'll probably even see it maybe consolidate a little bit, go up a little bit before actually going back down. Okay, this is where price is moving right now, right? So if we take a look at the daily time frame here, so let's take a look at the daily time frame. So we take a look at the daily. If we make the chart a little bit bigger, let's see here, right? So we make the chart bigger, guys. You see, right? So where were we? We were all the way up here, guys, and some traders are labeling this kind of shape that Bitcoin is making, right? The price action is making as the Wyckoff method. Right, so I've been hearing and I've been seeing that term around some YouTubers lately, right, where it's forming similarly as the Wyckoff, right? So we see Obviously Bitcoin hitting higher highs, hitting 65,000, hitting 58,000, hitting 60,000, hitting 65,000, and then dropping down, right? So it's like a symmetrical. It's basically symmetrical, right? So this ascending channel that we see in the first half of 2021, the first quarters of 2021, we see an ascending channel, right? Now we're entering the second half of 2021. Basically, by April we hit at 65, right? Now, April and May, we're going lower. We're seeing 50,000, 58,000, 55. Now we're seeing it go even lower, right? Making lower lows, right? So if you really want to think, say, hey, okay, Calvin, in 2021, I thought Bitcoin was going to hit 100,000. You got to think much more long term than that, right? If it was going to move, if price were to even, if this was a seriously bullish uptrend, right? If we saw this and this was a serious bullish uptrend, we would see even past in May already, all the way back in May around this position, price should have already kept moving up, right? Price shouldn't have dropped close to 50% already. Once we see that more than 50% drawdown, right? Because think about it, guys. Even on the way up, we've seen drawdown, right? We see drawdown once we hit 40,000. Once we were hitting, 50,000, we saw some drawdown. Hit 43, we saw it hit 48. We saw all that, right? So, but then we also saw it go back up, right? It wasn't hitting, hey, it went from like 50,000, obviously we can see, or from this example, say we hit 58,000, right? We hit 58,000 here, right? In February, March, it retraces back down, but it doesn't go all the way it doesn't go all the way down to 25,000. It doesn't 50% retracement. It does maybe like a 20, 30, at most maybe 40% correction. 40% is pushing it. Maybe 20 to 30% correction as soon as we see it going up and up, right? But guys, what we see here too, guys, is we see that price, right? We see that price, and once it hits that 65,000, it makes more than a 50% drawdown, guys. So once we see closer to 50%, a little bit more than 50% drawdown, that is a huge signal, signaling that, hey, maybe we're not going to see all-time highs past at 60,000 just yet, right? Could we see it happen like maybe in October, November, the end of 2021? Maybe, right? Could this be the end of the bull run of 2021? It could be, guys. It could be. Honestly, my prediction, right? I mean, this is all speculation, not a financial advisor. This is just, I'm showing you guys basically what the markets are doing right now based off my analysis, based off the confluences that I've, came up with, based off what I've seen fundamentally, but also technically. We can see price continue to drop, right? We can see price continue to drop all the way down to, let's say, around 28 to 30,000, right? Before even correcting itself, right? Where it could trade, it could, go down to 28 to 30,000. Then maybe after it's formed, after we got a couple confirmations, right? Then it could form and go back up to maybe 35, 40,000 trade, right? But for right now, guys, look, let's examine. Let's put this back on the 4-hour time frame. So let's put this back on the 4-hour. Let's examine. Let's break down fundamentally what's going on with Bitcoin right now. We know what's happening technically, right? So I show you guys, this is my analysis. If you guys have maybe, similar or different analysis, you guys are seeing things differently, technically, but also fundamentally, leave comments below. I'm glad to listen. Also, guys, follow us on our Telegram group. It's called Liquid Opportunities. We'll leave a link in the description below. I give you guys, series of different asset signals. Sometimes some forex, some whatever I'm trading. If I'm making a move, I put it on there, right? If I see an opportunity, even the DeFi space, I pull it on there. So it's really just a broad tech, really general scope of liquid opportunities that I seek out and that I'm a part of and that I'm taking executed on, right? Or that I see, right? So yeah, guys, you guys can follow that there. There's be a link in the description. But guys, so fundamentally, guys, this is what I see for Bitcoin. Right now, guys, we're in July, okay? So we're in the second half of 2021, okay? We're in the summertime. Lots of people everywhere are traveling right now, right? So yes, are people buying Bitcoin? Yes, of course. Are people selling Bitcoin? I think more, right? Why? Let's think just practically, right? Just practically. Not every country is able to accept Bitcoin as legal tender to pay for everything. Well, we know that Bitcoin is universal, right? People need to cash out in their own currencies, right? They're the dollar, the yen, the euro, whatever. People are accumulating lots of profit with Bitcoin, right? There's been lots of accumulation, profit time, right? Profiting time, right? Okay. That was in the first half of 2021, right? Once we hit April, once we hit May, right, we see it still trade up there. But once we hit, the end of May, June, we start to see it drop. Why? Summer's here. People are selling out their Bitcoin, right? They need to cash in. For that cash, they want liquid cash so they can spend money to travel, to go spend money to businesses, to go buy lots of retail items, to go buy for their appointments, to go buy for whatever, right? They need money, so they need to pay for gas, they need to pay for oil, whatever it is, right? So they're not going to hold Bitcoin and pay bills with Bitcoin, right? Gas companies, your landlord, banks or mortgages, whatever, these types of institutions that obviously they need our money to run, so we can obviously keep using their resources. They're not accepting Bitcoin yet, guys, right? Maybe Elon Musk, maybe Tesla, maybe some private organizations are accepting Bitcoin, not these big institutions. Why? They're not accepting it yet, right? Maybe they may have some in reserves, but they're not accepting it as payment. They still prefer check, cash, or debit card, right? Or whatever it is, right? Or PayPal or whatever. So what are most people are going to do, right? They're going to sell out, and this is even statistics too. Most people, investors, whatever, they sell out their assets, right? And to pay for stuff that they need. So most people are in this time, it's summertime, people need to pay bills, people need to do whatever, pay whatever. They're going to convert their Bitcoin into US dollar or whatever currency and pay for whatever they need to pay. This is definitely going to keep happening. Definitely, obviously, people need to do this, for the rest of the year. You could have been like saying, hey, Calvin, why wasn't it selling off after 40,000, right? Why did it choose this? Well, it's just the timing, guys. Obviously, we know that even in summertime, even in the winter time, it depends on the season, guys. We know in the winter time, even in December and January and February, in the crypto space, we were all, excited. Prices were moving up. People wanted the price to move up. People were buying. People were accumulating. Accumulation phase happens, right? That just happens, right? But now it's summertime. People are trying to cash out. People are trying to go to the beach, go to the mall, go travel. People are trying to pay bills, not have to worry about anything, right? So now it's a sell-off, right? Plus, you also have, big governments coming into play as well. For example, news on Ecuador on how they're going to make Bitcoin legal tender and stuff like that too. That's later on. I believe that's in August or September. Officially, that's going down. But you have all these things happening, guys. So it only makes sense, personally, the way I see it, how price is dropping right now, right? The main view that I see it, I try to keep things very simple. I don't try to, fluff things up with a bunch of language. I try to keep things very binary and simple. People are selling out their Bitcoin. They want to cash out. They need cash. They need to pay for stuff this summer. They're not going to pay for everything in Bitcoin, right? Businesses are opening up now. We have the pandemic. It's lessening now, so more people are going outside. People need to spend money. People want to go out, right? That is what's happening, right? Not only that, businesses want to sell out so they can actually cash out, right? Businesses are not just going to, or the institutions are not just going to hold Bitcoin. They need cash. So there's a bunch of sell-off, right? And that definitely makes sense, right? So that is pretty much the price action of Bitcoin right now. Again, guys, so we'll see in the next few days, to the next couple of weeks too, I believe, more and more, sorry about that, let's move that back, more and more price action, more and more sell-off Bitcoin, right? So more and more sell-off, more and more Bitcoin selling off. And so, that's the way I see it, right? If you guys see it a different way, definitely let me know in the comments below, or even in the Telegram group. Definitely, great to hear you guys' opinion on that. Secondly, guys, I went over this asset before too. Well, let's talk about gold, okay? So you guys love how I say, okay, Bitcoin is the gold, right? And Bitcoin is digital gold, right? But whenever I think of Bitcoin, I also kind of correlate it with gold. So as many other people, right? And I look at Litecoin as it is to silver. Why do I say Litecoin and not Ethereum as it is to silver? Litecoin is built on the same network as Bitcoin, right? So it's built on a similar network, right? It's running on the same network, right? It just it's less congested, it's cheaper, and it's Litecoin is awesome, right? So Litecoin is the silver. And also, guys, I didn't even know this. I was doing some research. I learned this from Coin Bureau. You guys should also follow his channel. Very great guy. Very into knowledge of crypto and stuff like that, and what goes behind each blockchain. I didn't even know this, but Litecoin actually runs Dogecoin, right? So Litecoin network actually runs Dogecoin, right? So I'm always wondering, man, why is Dogecoin, it is a meme coin, but what makes it so special? And now the fact that I've learned that from him makes me actually want to buy a little bit of Dogecoin as well too. So Bitcoin is the gold, as Litecoin is the silver, right? So we're looking at gold right now. And obviously, guys, my biases are being confirmed right now. So I took multiple trades on gold, made money on gold. Gold is going up. Okay, we clearly see an ascending channel right here, right? We clearly see an uptrend. Okay, ever since you can say June, right? Ever since you can say June, we've seen the price of gold decrease, right? So it hit higher highs of 1900, right? But then we see it start to really go down, right? Ever since the beginning of June up until, closer to the end of June. We see it hit from 1916 all the way down to 1754. I mean, that's almost a $2,000 move, guys. That's a huge drop, right? So we see a descending move here. Lots of higher highs, people getting excited, lots of selling off, people selling off their gold, right? We enter in a period of a slight consolidation area for about like a week or so, a week or two, right? What I see here is a double bottom. Okay, I see a double bottom here, a mini double bottom here on the 4-hour. Plus, if I pull back this on the daily, this is a double bottom right here. This is why I have these arrows right here. So whenever I see a double bottom, I'm waiting for a breakout. And this is what I see in gold here too, guys, right? So I see a breakout right now, right? So I see a breakout here, right? I see a breakout. It goes up. it's breaking out, right? So we can see, right, here's a resistance point, here's another, here's a resistance level here, here's a support level here, right? But this is also the resistance levels here. Why? This is a descending. So if we're descending, support and resistance, the fact that it's going down, it's going to read similarly and different, right? So for you traders out there, you know what I'm talking about, right? So we see a resistance point here all the way at 1900, right? We also see one here. So basically what price has done is, if price was going to keep falling, what would happen was, instead of a double top here, what would happen was, instead of it going and instead of it bouncing off the 50 MA like it did, it would have done a fake breakout, right, and go all the way back down, right? Instead, what price ends up doing is it creates a double bottom here, right, and it also creates an ascending channel, right? So it goes up, right, and basically, guys, we can see that, right? It goes up, right? It's going up, and so it hits back down, right? It tests support, right? It hits resistance, it tests support, right? It hits the 50 EMA, right? Then it goes all the way up. It's breaking the structure, right? So basically, guys, we can see this previous support level is now resistance level going up, but it broke that level up here, right? This previous support over here, once it was going down over here, it broke this support as resistance. Also, it broke this support as resistance, right? So now it's continuing to do the same thing, and it's actually breaking structure. So what a double top does, and the last move that usually happens, is that you see a breakout, and this is what I believe is happening. Is that now with gold, we're seeing a breakout. Now it did. So the video I made yesterday or a couple days ago, now this is confirming that, right? So the fact that the breakout's happening, now this is confirming that, right? So we can see that this price action is confirming that, hey, there is a breakout happening, right? So we can see gold obviously hit, all the way up to 1844, right? We can see gold, and then retrace, fall a little bit again, and then hit all the way up to 1875. So basically, guys, I think in the next few weeks, and even the rest of the summer, what we'll see happen and what we're seeing happening, obviously, as you can see from the bigger trend, all the way from, the end of April, is this uptrend. And what really happening, if we're looking at the bigger move, was gold hit the higher high of the 1900s. It retraced back down. Now it made a double bottom, right? If we go and look and we zoom out, we see this uptrend here. We see it hit a resistance point here, right? Then we see it retrace here. We see it hit a perfect double bottom. Now we're seeing that double bottom. We're seeing that bullish behavior. Now we're going to see the price ride up. Right now, is it going to ride all the way straight up? Of course not. We're going to see retracement levels. We're probably going to see it, go up again. We're going to see it hit higher highs. Probably retrace back down again, hit higher highs, guys. Right. So that is what we're seeing right now. All right, so definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments as well too. I always love hearing different analysis. The way you see it may be different than the way I see it, but that is the way that I see it right now. And we'll see gold. Continue on this bullish behavior in the next few days, right? So that's pretty much what it is, guys. And yeah, guys. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I'm just looking at some trades that I have going here. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Leave comments below as well too. Feel free to send any relevant information in the Telegram as well too. More and more people are joining the group by the day, which I really appreciate that. Okay, and then I said I would do Litecoin and silver, so let me just do Litecoin, guys, and silver price action for you guys as well too, guys. So let's see. All right. All right. Okay, so I drew this up very pretty recently, but I don't remember drawing all these ugly here. Anyways, guys, this is Litecoin's price action. Very, very similar to Bitcoin, right? So as you can even see, guys, as soon as we got on the page, as soon as we saw these price actions here, guys, you see, as soon as we saw this here, this is clearly a downtrend, right? There is no buying pressure here. I can't say there's no buying pressure here. There is buying pressure here. You're seeing buying pressure at the resistance levels, right? So you're seeing buying pressure here. You're seeing buying pressure here. Even where I put the arrows, right? You're seeing buying pressure here, right? It's a descending channel, right? So it's going down. There's buying pressure at the bottom, right? So you sell at the top, right? People are buying at the bottom a little bit. They're selling at the top. They're buying at the bottom, right? They're selling at the top again. Buying over here. They want to sell. Once it hits at its lower high, as you can say, its lower high, its price is making lower lows. So once it hits its lower high, for example, at one of these here, then as we can see, at one of these arrows that I put here, price goes down again, right? Then we see it go up, right? And price goes down again, right? Then we see it buy, people are buying, right? Then people sell at the top, right? So now it's hitting lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Why? Litecoin, all the other altcoins that follow, their price action follows Bitcoin. And this is 100%. This is what the market, this is the crypto market, this is what it is. It's not the same like different stocks or Forex pairs that trade differently or commodities that trade differently. For example, the Euro USD is not trading the same as the dollar and the Canadian dollar, right? And then, so those are two different pairs, two different currencies. What you'll see here, guys, what you see here is that altcoins follow the price of Bitcoin heavily. So the altcoins that follow the price of Bitcoin heavily are Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple. I think Ripple, right? Yeah. Ripple's so actually. Ripple's a little bit different. I would check that out. But definitely Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, pretty much most of the altcoins, right? So the top 50 to 100, they're following the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so if you're looking at Litecoin, it's very much correlated to Bitcoin, right? And so, as you can say, Bitcoin is the gold, Litecoin is the silver. So the price of Litecoin is following Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does, I know Litecoin is just going to emulate and copy it pretty much. So that's just what it is, right? And so obviously, whatever we saw on the Bitcoin price chart, you're going to see it on the Litecoin, right? Is obviously we can see this huge descending channel all the way up from once we hit the higher highs all the way back in May 4/12, right? Now we're all the way down to what, 120 something, 125, right? So as you can see, all this selling pressure, right? Not to say there's no buying. People are not buying for the price to go up. People are not buying for the price to go up. People are buying to sell, right? People are buying to eventually sell, right? So people are not pretty much, overall selling to buy. They're buying to really sell it off, right? So that's what's happening here. Price of Litecoin, price action of Litecoin, things like that. right? So as we can see, now we have X8G. We have the silver here. And this is pretty much what it is here too, guys, right? So this is pretty much here too. So basically, the price action of silver. What I have silver. What I suggest and what I speculate silver is going to do um, is go up. Okay, so let's put this on the daily time frame so we can see. Okay, so price action of silver. If you can see the 50 EMA, the way it's moving, this is an uptrend. This is a very choppy uptrend, though, right? We see multiple price channels, right? So we see this uptrend here. We see it go up here. Then we see it, retrace again, right? We see it go up here. We see it retrace again, right? But ultimately, overall, guys, we're seeing price action of silver go up. We can see this on the daily, on the overall trend, what's happening ever since last year to what's happening now. And this is continuously going up here too, right? So we can see 4 hour as well too. Um, you know, many people would think, hey, Calvin, what happened here? Isn't this a downtrend? Wouldn't you say that this is a downtrend, right? Wouldn't you say that? And the answer is you could look at it like that. I do not look at it like that, right? So if I mark up the chart in front of you guys, this is exactly how it. This is exactly what I'm. This is what I see. Okay? You may see something different, but this is exactly what I see here. Right, and then so price. You can say so. This is from the end of. This is from last month. Price is going down. Right. See price going down here. So we take it at its high. Boom. So right. See price. Hit it low. See price. Right. Right there. Slow. So it really should be. Really should. Just like that. This is what we're seeing. This is what we see. That's what I see. I also see a double bottom. Okay. I also see double bottom. Okay. So I see a double bottom here. See these here. I also see this. I also see that. Right. So let's see. See this right here. See that right here. Right. So I see a double bottom, right? So I see one here, I see one over here, right? So basically, what I always say about double bottom, guys, is that eventually there will be a breakout. So this is how I'm reading it, right? This is how I'm reading it. This breakout should go past 26.6, right? So basically, when I'm trading, it's going. Basically, this is from this week. It's hitting, right? It's hitting. It's hitting. So that's what I'm hitting there. That's what I'm trading on right there. So as you can see that, guys, that's exactly what I'm trading on right there. Silver. Okay. Now, if you see something different, hey, let me know. Again, let me know. Right? So if we're seeing ever since last week, we want to keep this. This is pretty much, this whole move is from last month. This whole move is for the month, right? But if we're looking at the week, if you want to keep it simple, right? Take it slow here. This is here. This is going. Taking it slow here. This is going here, right? What's happening right here? We see a double bottom right here. We see a double bottom right here, right there. Past 2 days, if anything, right? See a larger double bottom on the monthly, but if we're even looking on the weekly, right? On our weekly, see a double bottom form right here, right? So if you guys can't see that, let's make sure you guys are able to see it. There, okay. See it there. Smaller. Also see it here. So that's pretty much it, right? So you see the double bottom here, right? Now, price is looking to break structure, right? Boom. Perfect setup, guys. And this has been confirming my bias. This has been confirming my bias. If we take a look at one of the trades that I have now in silver, is this silver or gold? Actually, this is actually gold. Gold right now is going up, okay? As well as silver. They're both going up. If I had my demo account, I'm actually trading silver, but I can show you that right there is my live account. This is confirming my bias, and obviously we can go for gold. And this is why I come out with these videos, guys. Not to just speculate. I want to confirm my bias. I want to be correct, right? So I want to go back, and once I see the charts moving the way I needed, the way I expected it to move, this is why I come out with these videos so you can see I'm confirming my bias. You can see my thought process and what it's actually doing, right? So you can see gold here. So gold is moving up too. Gold is confirming my bias too. So what happens now, guys? What happens? The double bottom just formed. It's breaking structure. We're looking good. Okay. Could I be wrong? I could be wrong. But how high is the possibility of me being wrong? It's very low. Okay? It's very low. Why? Because a proper technical analysis is a proper going through, showing you guys what's good. This is how I'm reading the charts. You guys, this is how it is. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. I'll be happy to go over something. anything. And I'll see you guys soon in the next one.